Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I want to talk about zero waste and minimal living. I've been reading and watching a lot about the zero waste movement, which is controversial, but I think it's a really great idea and a way to get everybody to reduce what we put into landfill. And so I made a list of all of the household items that we use in our home and just what goes into our bin, like all of the plastic, all the packaging, the stuff that we don't recycle. We do have a full recycling bin every fortnight, which in Australia are the big wheelie bins. But I thought, what else can I do? So I've got some tips. I've got parents with kids on how to become more zero waste. So not zero waste, but like less waste. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway.
I'm so sorry.
The first tip today is obviously the first thing that every parent uses too much of, nappies. We go through so many nappies. They are so expensive. They go into landfill. They're made out of plastic. They're just basically very handy but very detrimental for our environment. So we are actually cutting to using our modern cloth nappies most of the day, except for Harry's 3-hour nap and his sleep overnight, which we think he needs these. We've got Grovia nappies, which are really great. They tend to leak after about 2 hours. I think that's because he's generally very well hydrated. He drinks a lot of water and eats a lot of fruit. So they just tend to get really wet around here if we don't change them around the 2-hour mark. But yeah, we're going to be using these more.
Please come back.
Brings me to tip number 2. I'm not going to be buying as many of these. They're so handy, and especially when you're out and about, you just take one and you wash your hands with it. You don't even think about it. But unfortunately, the packaging and the product itself is not recyclable. It goes straight into landfill. Like, we've just got mountains and mountains of this stuff. Like, we don't need to be making any more of it out of oil, out of plastic. So what I've done is I went to the $2 shop and I bought some just face washer flannels, and I tried them out. They're pretty good, nice and thin. So we're just going to wet one every time we change a nappy and pop them in with the cloth diapers. So wash them, hang them on the line. Should be good. I'm going to be reusing, or I have been reusing my plastic bags that I got in the past with fruit and vegetables. In Australia at the supermarket, we're really bad at just grabbing plastic bags constantly. Some of these say that they're recyclable or they break down easier or something, but I'm just going to stop grabbing them and taking my own and reusing them. So, you know, and instead of grabbing like half a pineapple with plastic on it, or like half a watermelon or whatever, I'm just going to grab the whole fruit and just avoid that plastic altogether. Like, I used to be one of those people who would grab the cheap leftover spotty bananas on the tray with the plastic on top because they were $1 or something. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to be grabbing the naked fruit wherever I can. And also another use for this bag is if you go to a supermarket that has bulk bins where you can fill up your own like nuts or rice or seeds or whatever, and then you print out this label, you can actually reuse these bags and or containers as well. And then when you get home, you can pop them into a jar. This is just an old recycled sauce jar, I think. You can go out and buy jars, but that's, you know, making more stuff. We've got a whole bunch of jars at home that we've always put these in. But now instead of buying the packet of like lentils, we're going to the shop and getting just the lentils. Now I know that people say that this is zero waste because you're not bringing home the packet of lentils and throwing out the packet. However, like when you go to the supermarket, they got those lentils in a giant packet, you know, so it's not zero waste. There's still like a percentage of waste there, but I think it is a lot better than getting the packets, you know, we're all throwing them in the bin and like more landfill. Okay, so next up is something that I have been doing for a few years, especially since having a child. Thrifting! I love going to the op shop and spending 20 cents on something so beautiful as this. When I lived in Sydney, I used to go shopping pretty much every day, and every time I was going out, like with friends, I would buy something new, or, you know, it just got insane. I spent so much money that I could have saved. And, you know, a lot of the fashion companies are actually using labour which isn't ethical as well. So there's only a handful of companies which have signed, you know, agreements that say that they don't use sweatshops. So that's kind of scary. And yeah, the nice thing about around here is that there's lots of homemade stuff that grannies have made and given to the op shop. So it is basically new. And there's also lots of Facebook groups and websites where you can swap with people local to you as well. Okay, next up, once I use up all of my liquid containers that I have in the shower and also all around the house, I'm not going to be buying these anymore. They are recyclable, but just to reduce the weight on the system, I'm going to be purchasing more Naked products. This is a great soap company that I discovered. They're all natural and locally made as well, and I just went to the garden centre the other day and picked up like 10 for $15 or something, and they were all unpackaged, so that was really awesome. And I will be going down to Lush sometime and getting like some solid shampoo and things like that, which don't come in any packaging or minimal packaging as well. The last zero waste swap today that I have for you guys is something that everybody can probably do. Buy less paper towel. People often use paper towel with spray and wipe, like lots and lots and lots. And it's just such a waste. We're wasting so many resources and then it's all going in the bin. So what I did was I went out and got some microfiber cloths and just some flannels, and when I spray, you know, natural stuff or vinegar or whatever, I wipe with these, and then they can go in the wash as well. Ow. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe for more. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.